Welcome, Adriano. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank
You're
you.
up for the finals of the Innovation Awards here in Barcelona 2010. The very exciting thing for me looking at your company's profile was in 5 years you've become dominant in your space. Can you tell me what the innovation was that got you there?
Well, it was a mix of different elements. Basically, since day one, we decided to focus on what really made a difference for our operators, which was a fuel cell system with an enhanced technology, with an enhanced electronics that could perform at every latitude and with every kind of power output and voltage outputs. We also focus extremely on cost reductions because we knew fuel cells were originally more expensive than legacy technologies. So we had to do a lot of engineering and re-engineering to bring the cost down to be attractive for a wide market and not just for those who want to buy one new technology, just for test purposes. So we worked hard with the operators since day one because we wanted to be driven by them, to be guided by them. We wanted to learn exactly what they wanted, and so we went very fast from zero, from a white paper, an empty paper, to the first prototype at the end of 2005, then the CE certification in 2006, early products 2007, 2008 the new product, and then we started thinking about Electro Self, which is the breakthrough product that we're launching here at the Mobile World Congress that is the first self-recharging fuel cell and turns fuel cells from something green and sexy into something widely adoptable everywhere in the world.
And people have been buying them off you because they're green, or?
I wish, but so far I never found anybody willing to pay a premium just because a fuel cell is a no-emission product. People are very practical. They like it to be green, but they like it even more to be cheaper. So you have to be able to provide them significant savings on the total lifetime. When they see that advantage, then they are keen to buy.
And you said the massive breakthrough here is the rechargeability. What does that do for an operator? Why is that important?
Well, traditional technologies for backup like diesel gensets and batteries have a lot of troubles. They require a lot of costs for maintenance. You have to go there to charge and discharge the batteries. You have to go there every couple of weeks to maintain the diesel gensets, otherwise they don't work when they need it. When you need it, you have to bring diesel, and you never know what the cost of diesel will be next year or 2 years. So it's hard for you to plan your P&L in the coming years. You need a lot of people out there. The two technologies sometimes they don't work very well together. Also, so you have an issue in terms of quality of backup performances. With this fuel cell, the first self-recharging fuel cell, Electro Self, basically we use water, and it can work everywhere with the grid or with the renewable sources like solar and wind. It optimizes those renewable sources and the power coming from grid to provide the right amount of energy to every BTS everywhere in every continent, and you can manage and control Electro Self from your computer, from your laptop. You don't have to go there. You don't have to go there. Maybe you go once a year just to refill the water tank. With the current Electro Self, with one bottle of water, you give energy to a base station for 45 minutes. At the end of those 45 minutes, you still have the same amount of water, less a glass. So you just consume a glass of water. It's fantastic, really. And just imagine what massive savings the operator can have out of that. Plus, they go green, they have no emissions at all.
And the operators are obviously buying into this because they've been buying your products by the thousand. Or how did you start working with with operators and discussions on this?
Well, since day one, as I said before, we wanted to talk to them, to learn from them. It was important for us to know what their headaches were and whether we could solve some of them. So the design of the products, in a way, was co-designed with some telephone operators, and still now we work hard with the field technicians and head of networks to make sure that every release of our new products is better than the year before. And better to us means cheaper and more performances, and the kind of performances that they need.
You're based in Torino in Italy.
Yes.
How has that helped you?
Well, our area is traditionally very industrial area. Is a car city. It's where the trains industry was born 200 years ago. So there are hundreds and hundreds of companies, doing electronics, mechanics, plastics. So for us, it was important to work with some of them, to make it better, to make it cheaper, to make it faster. And also to work with the University of Turin. So we started working both with the university and both with entrepreneurs with legacy experience in that kind of fields, and putting all those elements together. In a year we had already our first prototype running, and in 2 years' time we had our first product, and now we improved the product, I would say, in a way almost at the speed of light. In 6 months from an idea to a certified improvement is very, very fast. And this is to do with the quality of our engineers, but I would say also with the development strategy that we decided to follow since day one, in working together with the university and at the same time with some suppliers and technological partners.
Well, so you're moving extremely rapidly. Where are you going to go in the next year and 2 years?
Well, I hope we can really become a leading global player in the provision of a fuel cell solution for the mobile industry. Until last year, our philosophy was first you win home and then you play away. Home for us was and still is Europe, so we wanted to convince some important customers to get into the fuel cells on a strategic level. We did it in 2009. We installed several units in Europe, and at that time we felt we were ready to look at other opportunities. Right now we are testing and selling our systems in China, in India, in Indonesia, in Latin America, in Central America. So we are about to really get global, and it's hard. It's very exciting, very, very hard. We have to be careful at when it comes to logistics. When you promise a customer that is going to have a certain amount of units that month, you have to be able to do so. It's going to be that kind of thing. There's one of our partners says it's only execution. It's probably is only execution, but it's going to be interesting, but also a bit tricky. Getting global is nice. This is what we want to do.
Well, congratulations. It's a fantastic run you're on, and
Thank you.
Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.